Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a Creative Outlet bonus. This is, of course, a little impromptu because today's date is February 9th, 2022. And at this current moment, it is... Oh my goodness, I should have left my... Let me pull up my lid here. It is 3:50... What is it, 3:51? Oh, come on, laptop. Okay, whatever. It won't pull over to the side. It's about, according to my analog watch, 3:50 p.m., which means we are 10 minutes out from the premiere of a new Nintendo Direct, which, of course, folks will know that is something that I generally care about. Anybody who's viewed what I've seen, or viewed what I've made so far, I should say. And if I... if you recall some of the podcasts I made, I was like, we're pretty much depending on when something like this is going to happen, and today is the day. So right now, I'm about 10 minutes out from this show starting. We're going to have apparently a 40-minute presentation focused on Switch games that are supposed to launch in the first half of this year. So, I don't really do predictions for this sort of stuff. It's so hard to figure out, especially this late in a console's life cycle, what exactly still can happen for it. I've seen a lot of speculation that maybe they're going to announce a new Mario Kart game, and anything's possible. I wouldn't call it particularly likely. It seems like sort of a pipe dream, but I don't know. The speculation train seems to be just really thinking that there's going to be a new Mario Kart. But then again, I would say that this is probably the same group that thought that there would be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, which last time I checked never happened. Same thing for like Super Mario Odyssey. I have my one of my newer shirts. This is a Donkey Kong Country 2 shirt. So if anything, I'm hoping for a little DK representation here. As far as things that I think are definitely going to be in this show, I'm pretty sure Advance Wars is going to make an appearance, since that is a game that's scheduled to come out in about is it about a month? It's either March or May, if I recall. Look, I'm probably saying this, and if I looked it up on here, I would be told that it's April. It's coming out sometime in the first half of 2022, so I feel like I can say with pretty solid confidence that Advance Wars is going to be in here. I'm fairly certain Kirby and the Forgotten Land is going to make an appearance here, which is very exciting because I'm very interested in that game. But outside of that, I don't really know. There isn't a ton that we know about that's going to be happening in 2022. I don't know if I'm confident enough to say that I think Metroid Prime 4 is finally going to make its triumphant return here. It just doesn't seem like the kind of game, since this is focused on games. Well, it says, actually, I don't know. If I really want to be that guy and read into the words here, this is roughly 40 minutes of information mainly focused on games launching the first half of 2022. So maybe just using that wording, I can like cover for myself here and say, I think Metroid Prime 4 is going to make an appearance, even though it's not coming out in the first half of 2022, most likely. But I don't know. I'm just excited because I wanted to do something like this originally for the final Animal Crossing New Horizons Direct. Only I missed that because it was at like 9 in the morning, and I missed my alarm. Fortunately, it was on a Friday, so I wasn't late to go to any classes because I didn't have any classes that day. I do have a class on Friday mornings now, so I can't really miss my alarms, even if I wanted to. But needless to say, things would be a little more complicated, so I just recorded after the fact, basically after having watched this. But now we're delving into something new here. This is going to be for you folks, because I don't have the proper infrastructure yet to actually live stream, let alone the internet. Plus, I'm in community housing, so that would make some difficulties. So, of course, I should apologize if there's any irritating background noises, like bathroom hand dryers, the things that go, that could happen. But I don't know yet. The point is, the folks viewing this are going to see this, my reactions after the fact. But everything that we see here, or everything that I see here, is actually live. So these are my real, legitimate reactions. The only other thing I'm not so sure of is I think a lot of reaction sort of videos thrive on the ability of folks to go, whoa, big mind blowing reaction. And generally, that's not me. And again, community dormitory housing, so I don't think my neighbors would be very happy if they heard me screaming from down the hall about some giant revelatory piece of news. I guess what I'm trying to say here is I don't know if I'm going to have a reaction like that to something that happens today, because I want to be cognizant of my neighbors, and that's typically not something like this type of reaction that I have to things. I would say, as far as announcements go, it happens maybe once or twice a year that I have sort of a reaction to something that would be what you would consider in your typical reaction video. Like when Banjo and Kazooie were announced for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's one that sticks out of my mind that I was like, what? I can't, this can't be real. I went, it was like, but you know, I would never say I scream. And plus, it's probably a good thing because who likes clipping audio? No one likes clipped audio. But either way, I feel like this is going to be an enjoyable experience. If you can't tell, I'm kind of waffling trying to get through the about 10 minutes before this starts, so but I don't intend on necessarily cutting anything out because I want to have my raw, unfiltered reactions here. But it is what it is. At this point, if I'm looking at my wristwatch, which is covered by the microphone, that's the one annoying thing about it being at this particular spot in the frame. And I can push it back a little bit. If I look at my, that doesn't really make a difference. If I look at my wristwatch, we got a couple more minutes. I'd say we're pretty close. I don't know. I'm curious to see what's going to get shown, and I think it's going to be fun. I'm confident that I'll have fun at the very least watching this, except for if there are bits about games that I just could not care less about. Like, I'm thinking back to all the 2017 focus on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, as much as it's a great game, and people like it, and I can look at it critically and be like, yeah, it's a good game. I enjoyed being able just to skip past that because it's not really my thing. But if I'm doing this live, I don't really have much choice. I guess I have to watch it. And I should say I have rigged this up because I was afraid that the TV, because I've hooked my laptop up to the laptop up to the TV here, that the audio would come through to the camera, because I'm just recording audio in the camera this time because I have a lot of Chrome tabs open right now, and that usually results in Audacity losing audio over the course of its recording, which is pretty irritating, which just means I end up using the camera audio for the audio folks anyway, so I just figure let's just use the video audio. But fortunately I have this rigged up so that the audio from the video feed that I'm watching here won't show up. And it looks like we're starting because we have the good old RP to M ESRB banner showing up, so let's see what we have here. I'm excited. All right, opening logos, 2/9/2022. Okay, and we have troops. This is giving me very Fire Emblem-y vibes right out of the gate. I can't tell if this is going to be... This song is Three Houses. Fire Emblem Warriors, Three Hopes. Okay. All right, opening up on a sequel to Fire Emblem Warriors, which is interesting because I didn't think that was a particularly successful game. I mean, I have it. It's one of the only Fire Emblem games I have. I like it, so, you know, maybe I'll end up picking this up, but I don't I don't know yet. I didn't even pick up Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, the sequel to, well, not really a sequel to Hyrule Warriors, but this could be interesting. I enjoy Warriors, unlike some other people. And they've got some pretty... it's typical Warrior stuff, only now with a map instead of the... Actually, I guess this makes me curious about the plot. Is this going to be... Because isn't there a time skip in Fire Emblem Three Houses? Is this, like, game sort of, like, playing out the middle part of it? Curiouser and curiouser. I guess I'll have to find out. And I should say, the one annoyance now that I'm realizing having to talk over this is it's making it tough to focus on what exactly is happening. All right, June 24th, 2022, cut off at the first half there, so that works out. Oh boy. Shinya Takahashi's the host. That could be good. I mean, I don't know. People just associate, probably because of the Metroid Prime 4 video, that means he's canceling stuff, or things are being put back, so I don't know. Oh, a different story set in the same world as Three Houses, so I don't know. All right, headline time. We're going to go through a bunch of stuff all in a row. Advance Wars showing up right away. Finally, we've got intel on this game. So, this is one that if I recall from my E3 video, that I was like, I'd be interested in picking this up, because I've never played an Advance Wars game, and it looks like it could be fun. It doesn't look like it's super duper duper complicated, but it looks neat. Well, yeah, obviously there are 2 campaigns in Advance Wars 1+2. I don't know why they need to say that specifically, that there's going to be 2 campaigns. But you don't say. It's like it's 1 and 2. Okay, yeah. I like that fast forward. Oh, additional modes. The real question, I think, is there going to be multiplayer of some kind? Okay, Battle Friends in local and online play. There you go. Well, that'll be fun. I don't know. I've not played a lot of April 8th. I've never played a lot of turn-based strategy games, so this could be a fun change of pace for me if I decide to pick it up. And Star Wars ? Oh, I'm an idiot. This is No Man's Sky, which it feels a little late for this to be coming to Switch now that I'm looking at it, because so I've been re-listening through to a bunch of CU podcast segments, and this is like the 2016, or not segments, I've been listening to the full shows. This is like 2016 that they talked about this game showing up, so hey, you know, it looks cool. If people like their you know, their open world space exploration games, that's fine. I would say, though, it doesn't look especially good in the resolution department, but at the same time, I mean, I feel like that's kind of to be expected out of a Switch game here. So, I don't know. Probably not for me, but this is a good example of I'm excited for the people who are going to play this. Okay. And now we're immediately going into... Oh! Here we go. I think we finally have Mario Strikers coming back, which is going to be exciting for people who really liked it, but I've never played one. It's one of the few Mario series I've never played, actually. But it looks a little different, if only because all normal characters are playing, and I thought it was usually just normal characters played captains and the others were just enemies and such. But maybe I'll finally have to play a Mario Strikers game, even though I know nothing about soccer. Mario Strikers Battle League. All right. A 5-on-5 sport like soccer. Oh, excuse me. It's not soccer. It's just like soccer. Also, seeing all these characters in not their normal colors just looks wrong. Mario should not wear purple. Mario should wear red. Of course, I say that, and I know Smash Brothers is all about that sort of stuff. But this is a little thing, and this probably isn't that big a deal. But it feels like, looking at this initial trailer so far, they're kind of underplaying the typical, how do I describe it? The grittiness of Mario Strikers. I don't know. There's just like, Mario Strikers just seems to be like categorized by like, grittiness, which is really weird, but right now this seems a little closer to Mario, but a little gritty, which is fine, but I want to see if things get a little more intense in later trailers for this game. But it looks like fun. I mean, it's soccer. Soccer's fun. All right, and we have 8-player multiplayer. So I guess online, of course. So I guess does everyone? So does this mean everyone like plays individual team members then, or I don't know. This seems kind of interesting. And then I'm assuming it hasn't said yet, but or even in any text, I'm assuming this must be what Next Level Games has been working on since finishing Luigi's Mansion 3. But yeah, I mean, it looks like soccer Mario-fied, kind of like Mario Kart Soccer. June 10th. I don't know what it is. June seems to be the Mario sports game month, because that was the same time, around the same sort of time when Mario Golf came out. But that's exciting. We haven't seen this since the Wii days, so, which I guess is just like a very short skip, but it's been about 10 years since this came out. Okay, take a look at this. This must be an exciting thing. I didn't mention this in my predictions, my very brief, immediately starting before this predictions. It's Splatoon 3, and it's looking like we're getting a look at the new Salmon Run, which maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but this looks like literally the same map from Splatoon 2, so this looks just like it's Splatoon 2 gameplay because the text is the same. I know that I've been, I say this as if I'm like big in certain online circles, but I know I've been just much more dour on Splatoon 3 than others have. But this is just kind of adding to it to me. Like, we have Splatoon 2 and here to play Salmon Run on Splatoon 2. Why do I need Splatoon 3 for this necessarily? It just seems a little, I don't know. I keep coming, I don't know. It's tough. It's been 5 years since Splatoon 2 came out. At the same time, it's on the same console, so I can't decide what to make of it. I guess I'll just put it like this. I'm still not interested in picking up Splatoon 3, even with some of these changes. Like, this is fun, the egg throw. I should also say I've played very little Salmon Run. I basically just play Turf War and maybe Splat Zones and basically get my kicks out of Splatoon like that enough. But hey, I'm sure that this is very exciting for the super duper, like, really into it Splatoon players, but it's just not, I don't know. I keep saying I don't know. I think I'm just kind of waffling on it, sort of. I want to be really excited for Splatoon 3. I just can't find it in me to feel that way yet. Splatoon 3 Salmon Run, Next Wave. It's like a movie title. Except it's just a game mode, so. Alright, well that's fun. Well, it's one of many co-op modes. The Next Wave of Salmon Run. But why do I need a new game for this? Summer 2022. Yeah, I mean, again, it looks cool, but why do I need a new game for it? That's just what I keep coming back to. Vans is at the ready. Okay, so we have a very dark dystopian game here. I'm sure Vanzers probably gives it away, but I have no idea what this could be. Okay, Max. Front mission first. What? I don't know any. What is front mission? Oh, it's a tactics game. Well, and I was just saying earlier that I might try out Advance Wars, but I don't. This looks like a little more traditional, and I don't know. This seems like, I hate to say it, but this is like the exact example of something that if I were watching this after the fact, I would just skip over it. So, but hey, it's a Square Enix tactics RPG, so that's fine. Oh, and apparently the sequel's getting remade too. All right, well that's fun. Disney Pixar Combat Racer. Disney Speedstorm. I mean, I like kart racers, but Okay. Okay, and they have Monsters Inc. in here. They just talked about Monsters Inc. Why do they keep using the Monsters University design when that movie is like widely considered to be one of the worst Pixar movies? And it's free to play. Woo! Okay. Oh, okay. Well, it is cross-platform. I'll give it credit for being a cross-platform game, but this just seems a little uninspired to me. Classic franchises on Switch. Ooh. Okay. Oh, now here's Star Wars. Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. I don't know anything about this game because I don't know a lot about Star Wars. But I'm sure if it's like any other Star Wars game, it has a big audience for the people who like it really like it. But hey, that's cool. If I knew stuff about Star Wars, maybe I would pick it up. But I don't know anything about Star Wars, so I cannot say that I'm probably going to pick it up. How's this going, by the way, audience? I feel like I'm like kind of compelled to talk because of my desire to do this as a podcasty sort of way, and you can't have dead air. And now we have a new collection of the Assassin's Creed games. All right. It's funny. I was just in a class, so one of my classes is video games and learning. I've always wanted to take this class, and the professor loves, well, there are a few series she loves. One of the ones she really enjoys is Assassin's Creed. The ones on here, these Ezio games are not the one that we watched, but hey, I don't know. That might be a fun little collection for the people who are into it. I can't say no to and now we have a Gundam game on screen. I can't say no to there being more games on Switch for the people who like them, but these are obviously the things that I will probably not pick up. Although, I should say, most of the things so far that I've thought about picking up are the first-party games, and I'm just hoping for a few third-party games to show up that I'll want to pick up. Two Worlds Cross. Triumphant Return. Oh, Chrono Cross is getting a remake. Like an actual remake, or is this just a re-release? Because this just looks like PS1. Oh, this is like just an upscaling of the PlayStation 1 game. That's not nearly as exciting as a new... Oh, well, that'll be exciting for the fans of Chrono Cross. Wow, that's a giant party. See, Chrono Cross seems like an interesting game because I know Chrono Trigger is considered like a classic among classics. And it seems like people really enjoy Chrono Cross, but it's not nearly as acclaimed as Chrono Trigger. Whoa. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Radical Dreamers. We have a text adventure that's the prequel to Chrono Cross. A Satellaview game. They even say the Satellaview. Okay, that's pretty neat. I'll give them. That's pretty cool. Because we don't have a lot of Satellaview stuff re-released, especially in English. Since I was dripping. Oh, hold on. Sorry. We're on to Kirby now. All right. Kirby's meeting some very angry wolves. Or I think they're called the Elfilin. And of course, how's he going to take them on? He's gonna eat them. Is he really? He's eating a car. Is he? Is that just a joke, or are we really gonna get to transform into Car Kirby by like being on top of a car? This game continues to look really good. Although it's like a mixture of like, I don't know. It's kind of like Bowser's Fury, to be honest. It looks like a linear stage, but at the same time they also look like open worlds. We mouthful mode. We do get to transform into a car, but not really. That's pretty neat. and ridiculous. I just, huh. We get to be vending machines and cones and cars and scissor lifts. Oh. At the same time, these kind of remind me of like the Robobot armor, which I know, unpopular opinion. I didn't think Kirby Planet Robobot was really that great. So it just seems like it's sort of a temporary thing instead of just which, I mean, I guess all the copy abilities are temporary, so, you know, maybe I'm just like splitting hairs here, but it looks like it's fun. So I think I'm going to try it out before I'm like, oh, this isn't as neat as it looks. But I hope this feels more like traditional Kirby, these mouthful abilities more than the Robobot armor. And I see apparently you can upgrade your copy abilities with certain, like, I don't know, certain enhancements from shops. So that's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of the custom moves from Smash for 3DS and Wii U. So that's neat. Aw, jeez. And they even come with new hats. That's exciting. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind. Right now we're getting into like the plot, so I don't know. Launch is March 25th. I haven't pre-ordered it. I should do that because I want to pick that up. Even if I probably won't have a ton of time to play it because school. Darn school. Yeah, that's exciting. It looks good. It looks really good. More headlines. All right, and now we have MLB The Show 2022 being shown off, which is, yeah. Well, of course, it's the first time the MLB The Show is going to be on Switch. It's because it's a PlayStation Studios game. So, that's exciting. It's fun to finally have, like, not that this is something that I really play, but it's just fun to see that there's, like, the premier baseball game finally on all consoles instead of just on PlayStation. So, I don't know. It just always seemed kind of weird that the only MLB game was exclusive to PlayStation. Even I mean, I get it because they developed it, but it's just like, why would you not want to have all like consoles be like able to play a sports game, especially in a major release? Okay, and now we have the Kingdom Hearts Cloud releases, which I talked about in the Sora segment, or the Sora Creative Outlet bonus. I still don't know why none of these could be flat like normal ports to Switch. It's so weird. Like Kingdom Hearts 3, that I can see maybe needing a cloud version, but like the original games couldn't be like straight ported to the Switch. It just seems weird. But hey, it's coming out tomorrow, so I guess if anybody really wants to play Kingdom Hearts on the go, they can start doing it tomorrow. Klonoa Ministry. Klonoa's getting a remake and it's coming to Switch, and I'm gonna pick it up for however much it costs, even if it conclude, even though I play. And Klonoa 2 Lunatea's Veil is coming back. When is it coming out? I need to know. July 8th. Mark it in the calendars. Namco finally did it. I haven't really talked about Klonoa much on here, but I'm very excited. And I guess Valve is porting Portal and Portal 2 to Switch. I'm sorry, I'm not over. Because it's been a rumor for years that Klonoa is finally coming back, and it's back. He's back. It's back. It's real. I'll have to look on like the Klonoa subreddit and the Discord server, because I am sure that is blowing up right now. And I feel a little annoyed because I did pay like $100 some odd to get Klonoa on Wii and Klonoa 2 for PS2 last year. But now I guess I just have both versions, so. A classic comes alive. What could this be? It's very. Oh, is this Dragon Quest 3? No, it looks like it's an HD 2D game, though. A Legend is Alive. Oh, that's cool. Live Alive. This is a Super Nintendo RPG. I don't think it ever got released outside of Japan, though, and now it's getting the HD 2D treatment, and I would assume if it's here, that means it's got to be coming westward. Previously unreleased outside of Japan. Live Alive. That's exciting. So now we've got, like, we went from HD 2D being this new game to now there's just a gazillion of them. We've got Octopath Traveler, Triangle Strategy. Now we have Live Alive, or is it Live Alive? However they say it. And Dragon Quest 3. So this is neat. This actually, I don't know. I'm curious. Because this is supposed to be a classic. This seems like it could be a fun game, but I'd have to watch a little bit more about it as far as the pure gameplay. Since I'm not like a super big RPG person, but this looks like it'd be pretty cool. I think I've gotten over the fact that like Klonoa was featured in a Nintendo Direct right now, but I'm still like not over it. Live Alive, July 22nd. That's exciting. That's gonna be fun. If you like RPGs. All right, and now we're back to Takahashi, so I'm hoping this is a big game. The Truth? Okay. Nintendo Switch Sports? It's like a new Wii Sports game, but it's not Wii branded. So maybe it'll actually do halfway, but those aren't Mii's. Can I still play as Mii's? It's not a sports game if it's not a Mii game. Okay. So we have tennis, classic, even though we already have Mario Tennis. We have bowling, even though we also have Clubhouse Games, which also has bowling in it. We have Sword Chambara. Oh, okay, it's Wii Sports Sword Play. And, new ones. We have soccer with a giant ball. So it's like Human Rocket League, which is soccer. It's just a giant ball. Okay. And you could use the leg strap from Ring Fit for this to actually play it like soccer. That's pretty silly, but in a good way. Okay, badminton. That's neat. It feels a little redundant with, again, tennis being in here, but I know badminton is supposed to be a very different game, so that's neat. And volleyball. I'm still not over that these aren't Mii's. How can you have Nintendo Switch Sports, even though it's not Wii branded? How can you have this but not be Mii's? It just seems wrong. It's even using the song. You know, it's not Wii Sports without Mii's though. And Mii's are on Switch, and Miitopia came out last year, so I mean, if they want to go in this new direction, it's fine. It seems like such a strange omission if Mii's aren't included. Okay, and Takahashi and Koizumi is apparently going to show us gameplay of this. So this is funny because recently there was I hate rumors. There's a rumored article saying there's going to be a sequel to 1-2 Switch. I wonder if this is what they're referring to, because this is very 1-2 Switch like, but of course it's also Wii Sports. So hey, that's neat. Ooh, live commentary. And it looks like they're playing volleyball. One of the new... Okay, great. Okay. They are playing as Mii's on their side. Only now they're using normal models instead of Mii models. Okay, everything that I said, disregard it. I'll pick up this game now because I can play things are back to normalcy. So this is a neat addition, I feel like, after having had Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics 2 years ago. That game's 2 years old. Anyway, so now it's almost I almost feel like with that and with Clubhouse Games and this, it's almost like they've made a Wii/DS generation genre of games. So that's neat. I should also say, I'm just saying, it's not like you can't play volleyball on Switch already. You just need to play ARMS. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's neat. That'll be fun to pick up. All right. Nintendo Switch Sports. Available April 29th. Curious how much it'll be. Okay. And apparently there'll be an update to play soccer with the normal... Oh! And a second free update to add golf in the fall. That'll be neat. Okay. Are they going to recycle the NES holes again? That's the only question. A request to everyone. Oh, that's fun. Online playtest. They should do that for other games. Doesn't matter for me because I can't play online because of school. But apparently next week, February 18th to the 20th, there's going to be a special online playtest for bowling, swordplay, which is just chambara, and tennis. So that's fun. All right. That's fun. That's all he has for Nintendo Switch Sports. I am looking forward to it. A few more headlines. Okay, so this has been pretty good. I've been enjoying this so far. New Taiko no Tatsujin? It is, Taiko no Tatsujin. I couldn't remember if it was no in the middle. Rhythm Festival. So, is this it's starting dialogue here. Is this going to be normal rhythm gameplay? Okay, yeah. Alright, so it's just another new Taiko no Tatsujin game, except it has Megalovania, so the Undertale kids are going to really want to pick this up, I guess. So, and the main Zelda theme for a total of 76 songs. Ooh. Alright, I don't have a ton to comment on this game. I feel like I've been somewhat forcing comments about this, so now I guess I'm going to transition to this. What is going to be the final announcement of this? What is gonna be the last announcement? I'm still betting on either Metroid Prime 4, or actually, I guess I could see maybe more new Zelda footage. I don't know. But I would assume they're going to end it on something big, or it's going to be something sad, because it's either one or the other. It's very rarely in the middle. It's just like, oh, that's a neat thing to end it on, but it wasn't like mind blowing. What is new with these Switch games? All right. Triangle strategy, talked about it. So here's the second appearance of the HD 2D engine in this presentation. All right. This is sounding very familiar. Very similar to Fire Emblem Three Houses, only it's an actual... Well, actually, what am I saying? That was also a tactical RPG, only it's a different, plot, I guess. Except they've got 3 different nations warring with each other. All right, and it looks like they're updating the demo that's been out for Triangle Strategy. People say it's a dumb name. It's kind of a dumb name. I think it's fine. And, okay. Cuphead DLC finally being shown off for the Switch version. I've hardly played Cuphead. I need to go back and actually play it. It's just been so long. And yes, Miss Chalice, a new character. Okay. Double jumps? I don't know. Delicious last course. That's such a good pun. June 30th. I might pick up. Metroid Dread. Update. One hit mode. Da, 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 da. Okay. I mean, that's neat that there's this Dread mode. Did anybody really want that, though? I don't know. Oh, okay, cool. And a rookie mode. Okay, so they're adding difficulty modes to Metroid Dread. First update. Okay, so I guess there's a series of updates planned for Metroid Dread now? With a boss rush mode. Woo! Okay. Again, I mean, I'm glad to see more content coming to Metroid Dread. I don't know if those are the things that people necessarily were really wanting now, at the moment. Okay, something's bound for Switch, and they're showing an NES controller and a Super Nintendo controller. It's Earthbound! Who would have guessed that? Finally, we have Earthbound, and I'm assuming this means Earthbound Beginnings coming to Switch Online, which is exciting. Now, if only we could have a certain Earthbound 64. I know that's a pipe dream, but it's just like, I'd love to see what the 3D version of Mother 3 looks like. Really, that's the one thing that's missing here. I want to see Mother 3. But, this is fine, but it's not as cool as it was half a decade ago when it came out in the Wii U Virtual Console. I mean, it's a little cooler because, people are going to actually get to play this now because no one bought a Wii U. And same thing for Earthbound Beginnings, especially since that was stuck on the Wii U for, a long time now. So this is going to be neat to actually have people play it. A large amount of people. It's just not quite as exciting as, wait, you mean this unreal... That's another good example of something that if this was the first time that these games were coming, that I would have a mind-blown reaction to it. But now it's just like, okay, finally, this is happening. Added to Switch Online today. All right. Well, that's fun. I've always been more of a fan of Earthbound Beginnings' aesthetic, but I know it's not nearly as good of a game. And now I guess it's sizzle reel time to just go through a bunch of games. Like Zombie Army 4, Dead War, whatever that is. And we have footage of, Getsu Fumiden Undying Moon. Okay, a Konami game. Is this actually Konami made, or is this kind of like that Skull Attack game where Konami's just like, I guess we'll publish it? And that's weird. Sega is doing this Demon Slayer game. I usually associate Namco with anime games, so it's a little weird to see that that's a Sega release. And Lego Brawls. So what is this? Lego Smash Brothers? It looks like a beat 'em up. It kind of looks like a mobile game too, actually. Okay, 2 Point Campus. It's a little too soon. I already have to deal with school here. I don't need to simulate a school, Sega. I appreciate the offer, but I don't need to simulate a school. Okay. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, because now we have news for Mario Kart fans. I have been enjoying Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Remastering select courses. Okay, so 2022 is when they decided to do DLC for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And this just looks like Mario Kart Tour tracks. But why now? I mean, I'm all in favor for it. Mario Kart 8 is still my favorite Mario Kart. But why did it take 5 years to get DLC for this game? Huh. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And so far we haven't seen any crossovers, but I'm wondering if there's the Booster Course Pass. Are they saving it for later in the trailer? So it looks like we've got tracks from every game. Oh, yeah, so remastered courses from across the series. 48 more courses? We're doubling the length of the game? Now that is exciting. Choco Mountain, Coconut Mall, both classic tracks. Tour Tokyo Blur. Interesting that they're even including Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart Tour tracks. Well, yes, it's still Mario Kart 8. I would hope I can still play them locally or online. Toad Circuit, Mario Kart 7's a track. Huh. Okay, whoa. First Wave comes out March 18th. $25? Oh, okay. So this is a free bonus for the expansion pack owners. Interesting. I'm curious to see how that's going to go over, that it's in addition to the expansion pack. Because I feel like that adds a lot of value to the expansion pack, because it's only the best-selling Switch game. And now we have our final announcement, and it's not F-Zero. It is some person playing a flute. Wearing black. And he's got a British accent, so is this Xenoblade-y? And they've got light swords, so it's seeming very Xenoblade-y to me. And I'm thinking this is a new Xenoblade game. Only it's a lot darker than... And he's got this is a new Xenoblade game. This is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Which is shocking, because I still haven't even ported Xenoblade Chronicles X over to Switch. Okay. Well, you can probably consider this the end of my commentary. I don't know if it's been good, bad, in between. But yeah, this has been fun. I hate to kind of skim over this, because it feels kind of it feels disrespectful to the Xenoblade fans for me to do it, but I don't really care for RPGs. But, I feel like the plot of all these games has always been intriguing. So as much as I probably wouldn't enjoy playing this, I'm very interested to see what the plot looks like for this. And I'm really curious to see which character gets selected to be in Super Smash Bros. The next game. Is it going to be actually called Xenoblade Chronicles 3, or what is it going to be called? I'm also really curious about this flute theme throughout the game too. It just seems fun. Xenoblade Chronicles. Where's the 3? Where's the 3? Or the subtitle. There it is. Now it's... Okay. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Okay. So... This is interesting. September 2022. That's not the first half of the year. You lied to us. Okay, that's interesting. Apparently this new game ties together the events of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2. Okay, that's fun. All right. Well, that was good. Uh, there was definitely stuff throughout that I could have done without. Um, but overall, I enjoyed myself. You know, the things that are coming soon, I'm excited for. I am. I didn't think there would be the thing that would happen in this that would make me go like, whoa! But Klonoa's back. So what do we get in this that I'm really excited for? Klonoa's coming back. Why do I keep doing this where I put my hand in front of the microphone where no one can see it? Klonoa's coming back. Kirby and the Forgotten Land continues to look great. The Mario Kart 8, like, basically doubling the game. That adds a lot of value to the Switch Online expansion to me. Like, you know, if you don't like Animal Crossing, that I can see not adding a lot of value, but there's a lot of people who own Mario Kart. I mean, and I guess Animal Crossing is the second most owned Switch game, so it makes sense. But I'm just saying, like, and that's a lot of content. Again, I'm saying it's doubling the game. Even if they are all just like retro tracks, I don't care. Who's going to say no to having double the length of a game? On top of your N64 games and your Sega Genesis games. It looks neat. I'm excited for that. Mario Strikers looks pretty good. Switch Sports, wasn't so sure without those Mii's, but with those Mii's in there, now we're looking good. So I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that just because I'm like trying to think of like, okay, what were all the things that I just saw over the course of 40 minutes that I'm just totally missing right now, but overall, I wouldn't say there's ever been a direct that I've given like an A plus that was perfect to, but that one for me at least was definitely up there. Even with a bunch of the stuff that I didn't care about, like the Xenoblade stuff at the end there, with some of the like the RPG stuff in the middle that I don't care for. I would be a fool to say that that was not a good direct. So that's a real good way to start the year. So plenty of stuff that I'm excited, that I'm looking forward to. Especially, it's a little thing, but I can't. I'm excited for it. I don't really care. Actually, I should point this out so that I don't sound like, at the very least, so I don't sound like a total fanboy, but also just because it's a legitimate opinion. The Klonoa remakes don't look very good. Like, they have good resolution. I don't really care for the models and the artwork, but you know, if that's the least, what am I trying to say there? If that's the biggest problem with the game, then I think it's gonna come out very good. So, but yeah, that's Nintendo Direct February 9th and my live reaction. Again, audience, tell me, was it good? Was it bad? Am I cut out for live streaming reactions? I don't know. I feel like if it were actually live streamed, it would be better because then I would feel less pressure to constantly comment on stuff. But the podcaster in me, especially since I'm releasing this later, is telling me that I should comment a lot, especially because I can't decide if I want to release this on audio or not. At the very least, let's just put it like this. I will on the audio platform on like anchor.fm/THECOP put out maybe a trailer for this. I don't know. It's tough to say, but that's what I got for you today. I had fun at least. So, you know, there's that too. So, if you're, since I'm imagining this is probably going to be a video only thing, please do whatever sort of video interactions you would like. Like it, thumbs up. Dislike it, I won't be able to tell because that's been gone. I'd prefer that you don't dislike it, but if you do, the only one who will know is me, apparently, which is silly, but I digress. Share it out to folks. I don't know. I had a good time. Leave a comment. I would love a comment. If you leave a comment, maybe think about leaving a message at anchor.fm/thecop. But yeah, that's what I got for you today, folks. It's been a pleasure, And I look forward to hopefully coming back with maybe more real normal podcast stuff where I don't feel pressured to comment, but where I'm just commenting because I'm telling a story throughout or talking about some sort of news or an issue. But it's fun. That's fun. We'll see where this goes from here. Maybe next time I'll do the typical recap like I do. But this time I'm actually ending it. Thank you everyone for listening in.